Y'all know I'm always gonna go hard for my Iowa Hawkeyes players. I'm always gonna go hard for them. I'm always gonna support them to the utmost. I'm always gonna cheer for them. And I say that just to say this. I mean, when you look at Caitlin Clark's career, the first season was very successful despite the criticism, despite the hate. It was a successful season, but this season, due to the injuries, she can't really gain traction. Yes, we won't just use the excuse of injuries. We will admit that, she hasn't been shooting the best, but could that have something to do with her legs and her groins being basically mashed potatoes? So it's heart aching, it's heartbreaking to see not just Caitlin this time, but to see Megan Gustafson this time. And, you want to just see them succeed and do the best. Same thing with Kate Martin. You want to see Hawkeyes players be successful at the next level. I think there's been moments from Lucy Olsen. I keep coming back around to Caitlin Clark because she just can't stay on the court. Again, her groin is just mashed potatoes, and just sit her. You're going to make the playoffs. With or without her, you're going to make the playoffs. So why don't you just sit her and give her some much needed rest, because it looks like she'll play a game or two and then she'll re-aggravate it or something else will go wrong. And this is just craziness. This is just madness. But the Fever can get to the playoffs, but this is All-Star Weekend upcoming, and she's out against the New York Liberty. And I don't see how I do see a small scenario where she might play in the All-Star game, like briefly, where she could play like the first minute or two and then just go ahead and just check out for the rest of the game and be, done. But I don't see her participating in a three-point shootout. You got to be, a top-notch health to get through that gauntlet, shooting balls against the clock, going up against some pretty thick, tough competition. You gotta be ready for that type of, vigorous activity, trying to get all them balls off the rack, trying to win that type of competition. And it just brutally sucks, because if she's healthy, she's a talent no matter what. Like, she's gonna find a way to, impact her team, affect her team's performances. And, where she might make mistakes, she's going to make up for it in some facet or fashion, So you're losing a tremendous playmaker. You're just losing someone who brings the fanfare. I said blings, but she does bling, but brings the fans, on the court. Her plays are something else. Her playmaking skills, underrated rebounding ability, the ability to push it, push the break. If she could ever flesh out a game that's more get to the rack attack, and mix it up with some mid-range action, then sprinkle in a few threes here or there, that'd be something special. I just want to see her score. I want to see her thrive. I want to see her win. I want to see her succeed. And who do we point the finger at? I guess it's got to be at the Fever, because they keep pushing her out there. And I know Caitlin loves the game and wants to play it. I'm almost certain of that. I think, me personally, I give her tons of credit, because the way she gets beat down, I know I'm tough and I survive some tough things. And I'm telling y'all right now, it's not easy. It is not easy when everything is on your shoulders. It's not. And just imagine if you are, in front of the media's eye. You're the media's darling. They push you out there in front of everyone, everywhere. And there's a heavy expectations with that. And so, much like other people, I just want to see her get healthy. I just want to see her really, truly healthy. And you can't sacrifice short-term success, for long term, when you got a young talent on your team that should, for all practical purpose, have one of the best, brightest futures of any player. So just get better. If she misses the All-Star game, on Saturday, hopefully Sunday will still come. But, this team wants to get into the playoffs. right? Rightfully so, and they should, and they definitely can make the playoffs without her. But if they want to succeed long term, Caitlin Clark has to get healthy and well. Everyone's giving us slack. Not everyone, but real fans are giving us slack. I'm Iowa through and through. I'm with the Fever because of Caitlin Clark. But if she ever left, then we beeline out of the door with her. But giving her a lot of slack. But she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot this season with players, with refs, with injuries. So I said that there's something wrong with Caitlin Clark. I said that a couple of videos ago. But honestly, it's just so much on her shoulders, and I just feel for her because the way that she looked at the end of that game, towel over her head and just distraught. You don't want to see that, You don't want to see that. It's got to be hella frustrating. You just can't play. You can't get through more than the game without being hurt. So hopefully she'll get back out there. But this time it'll be when she's fully recovered, because you're not going to recover a groin injury in 2 or 3 games, 4 games. So, hey, I don't want to see her not playing, but if it's for her safety, then definitely sit out. So, look, that's the video, guys. I'm RC, and I love this game. Comment below what you think about Caitlin Clark's injury situation in this season, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. I'm out of here.